Hello friends, welcome back to my kitchen. I hope y'all having a wonderful day and just want to tell you what I've been up to. Right here in this video, as you see, I'm showing some 2 jars, and you're probably wondering what they are. They are fermenting jars. So I ordered them from Amazon, and they come in a pack of 2, and it comes with weights and airlocks. And they're $35 for 2 jars. So I thought I would give it a try. And what am doing here is I have been trying to do some research on what I can eat that would be good for my gut health and what kind of probiotics I can get. So I was reading on Sauerkraut, and sauerkraut is incredibly nutritious and healthy. It provides probiotics, vitamin K2, which are known for their health benefits, and many other nutrients. And eating sauerkraut may help strengthen your immune system, improve your digestion, and reduce your risk of certain disease, and even lose weight. So what I'm doing, this is the very first time I am making sauerkraut. And what it consists of is just cabbage and salt. That's all there is. Now, I have heard some people, they would add spices to the sauerkraut, like sesame seed or any other seasoning. But what I'm doing here, I'm just trying it with salt and cabbage. So what I did is bought a head of cabbage, and I didn't realize such a big head of cabbage it wasn't until I started cutting it. So I cut it in half, and then I cut it in quarters, and I took the core out in the middle, and then I sliced it up very thin. And I went ahead and washed the jars and cleaned them, and it shows right here that I'm drying them out. And I do recommend having a kitchen scale because you need to measure the cabbage in grams. And whatever grams of cabbage you have to multiply that by 0.2%. And whatever calculation you get for that is how much salt there is. So it shows here that I'm weighing the cabbage, and I believe I had 1694 grams of cabbage. So I take that number, 1694, times it by 0.2%. It gives me 33.88 grams. So I need 33.88 grams of salt in this cabbage mixture. So I have to write everything down. If I don't write it down, I'll forget my numbers. So it just shows right here. I just wrote down the weight of the cabbage, and now I'm measuring the salt. And as you can see here, I'm using the scale. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cabbage and put it in a big bowl, because what we're going to do is take that salt and put it on top of the cabbage and just mix it up very good. And it's recommended to mix in that salt with that cabbage for about 3 to 5 minutes. So just pretend that you are kneading dough for bread, and just going to have to stir that cabbage up real good. Squeeze it up. That's the intent of the sauerkraut. You got to bruise that cabbage real good and make that salt blended in good. I tell you what, my hands were so sore when I did that. And what you're looking for is that juice coming out of that cabbage. When you start seeing juice coming out of that cabbage, that's a good sign that you can go ahead and start putting them in the jars. If you're new here, my name is Terry, and I live in the Georgia mountains, and I would be honored for you to come and subscribe and let's get to know each other. So as you see here, I'm taking a spoon, a wooden spoon, and I'm trying to smash in the cabbage in the jar. And what we need to do is pat that jar as much as we can of cabbage. And we need to keep on pushing that cabbage in until we start seeing the juice from the cabbage rise up in the jar. Because we want to make sure that that cabbage is covered with that juice. Now when you do that, you can put a piece of saran wrap, or I'm just taking one of those large green cabbage leaves and putting on top of the cabbage and put a weight on top of it. And that weight is going to keep that cabbage down into its juice. And then I'm going to seal it and then put the topper on top. Now the little topper on top is supposed to have water in it, which I didn't do it at this time, but I did it after the video. So here I am working on my second jar. Okay, so it's very important to put your date on the jars because it's going to keep you help you keep track of how long to sit on the counter. So they recommend for 2 to 3 weeks on the counter, room temperature. So it doesn't need to be in the refrigerator, and they do suggest to keep it in a dark place. That video right there is 1 week after. You see, I see more water in the top there. And what it does, it keeps the gas pressure down into the jar so they won't explode. Alright, so this is where I took the cabbage out after 2 weeks, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to test my sauerkraut that I made. So I got it some in a small bowl, and I'm going to make a sandwich. So I took me 2 pieces of bread and toasted it, and I'm going to make me some mayonnaise and mustard mixture. So I'm using just this classic avocado oil mayonnaise, and I'm using Golden Stone ground Dijon mustard. So I'm going to mix it together. Just a little bit of a teaspoon of mayonnaise and just a dab of mustard. So I'm just going to stir it out real good. It almost looks like honey mustard. So I'm going to put it on the bread. Okay, I have some shredded beef that I had cooked the other night, so I'm going to put this on the sandwich. And now I'm going to fry my sauerkraut and put it on top. onions. And I'm not putting salt and pepper because I have seasoning in the meat. So here's what the sandwich looks like. I'm going to put this other piece of bread on top. And then uncut it. So now I'm going to place the sandwich. Hopefully I like the sauerkraut. Oh my goodness. That is so good. The cabbage is still crispy and crunchy, but it almost has like a pickle taste. And it still tastes fresh. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. And this is what my sandwich looks like. Oh, this is so good. Y'all gonna have to try this. And this is so good for you too. Thank you. Oh, this is good. So thanks for watching my video. I hope y'all learned something about sauerkraut and making cabbage, and I really have, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm sure I'm going to be doing more of this. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and if you like my video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and you can see my future videos. So y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.